Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Erlenmeyer Large Mini Pendant, the 187150. So the Erlenmeyers are a wildly popular line or collection family from Hubbardton Forge. You'll see there's actually two sizes of this mini pendant. There's an 187110, I think. That one, you should check out the video on that. I adjusted as well. There are 4-light dining room pendants. There are pendants that are linear. There are table lamps or floor lamps. There's lots of sconces that can go on the wall. So it's just a line that people just absolutely love, kind of based on the Erlenmeyer shape that we all used in high school during chemistry class. So why don't we talk about the size on this? Hubbardton Forge, they're a little misleading on the height of this, because normally when we talk about the body of the fixture, we're talking about from the bottom to where the telescoping rods like this begin. And I think they actually kind of jumped up to where they actually telescope from. So, but let's kind of talk about the glass height and give you a better idea. So this glass is 7.0 inches tall. So I'm just going to double check that because we have our handy measuring tape. Yep, so you can call it about 7. So 7 inches tall. When I looked at this, I don't have this one on the floor, I have the smaller one on the floor, but I estimated the height of where the horizontal bar is at about 12 to 13 inches. So that would be what I would call the height of the body of the fixture, and it's about 4 inches wide, and that's going to be the metal, not the bottom of this, but it's going to be the metal plate above it. So we know that this is really about 4 inches wide and about 13 inches, 14 inches high. However, then we get into the adjustable ranges, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So if you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this whole telescoping range idea of these pipe systems. And how they work is you have a little hex nut right there, and between, this is the smaller pipe that telescopes into the bigger pipe. This is called a clutch. There's a friction sleeve hiding inside of this, and that little screw right there screws in and it pushes against that plastic friction sleeve, not allowing it to go up and down. But during your installation, you can move it up and down. And then once you are ready to have it where you want it to be, you tighten this up, and it's no longer can go up and down. So we're going to be talking about now the overall height, and that's going to be from the bottom of the glass to the ceiling itself, which is above the canopy. So it's right up here, okay? Short is going to be 30.4 to 38.7. Standard is 32.8 to 46.8. Long is 40.3 to 54.4. And it's all coming down from the ceiling, don't forget. So if you need this to be shorter than the short, so you can come back to me and say, listen, we want this to be shorter than 30.4 inches because we have something going on, and we want it to be like 26 or something like that. Or if you want this to be longer than the long, longer than 54.4, we do customs every day. So how we handle it is you guys email me and tell me what you're looking for. So say I really like the 187150. I'm looking for 4 of them to put over my dining room table or kitchen island, and I need them to be, I have super short ceilings, so I need them to be 24 inches overall height. And I take that email and I send it through the customs department, Hubbardton Forge. It goes through an engineer to look at it, and they come back with a quote, and I send that off to you so you'll be able to see exactly what you can attain. Same ditto for it being longer than the long. So let's hop back into this for a second. So this is slope ceiling adjustable, this canopy, to 45 degrees. There is a knuckle right there that allows us to bend like that, and what happens is, like, this is your slope, there's your canopy, and it hangs straight down. If you have a flat ceiling, it just does that, so you never even notice the difference. This is a 5-inch quarter round canopy that goes over your 4-inch junction box. If you guys are replacing a recessed can light up there, there is a product out in the market I talk about all the time called the can converter. Just Google it and check it out. We don't sell it, but it's really cool. Converts that hi-hat into a 4-inch junction box without doing a lot of heavy lifting. Okay, so that will take care of our adjustable ranges and our canopy. Why don't we talk about lamping on this? Hubbardton Forge says that this is a halogen fixture, but in reality, it was developed before there were a lot of halogen bulbs available for this G9 socket. And this G9 socket, there are lots and lots of different LEDs that do exist. These are just some of the goodies that I found on the internet that exist for this. different sizes. Some of them might be a little on the bigger side as far as poking down into the glass and you'll see the bulb, but some of them aren't. So just have to do your homework, and they're very inexpensive, so you can kind of do a little experimentation if you wanted to. It's going to ship with a 60-watt halogen. Never touch a halogen bulb with your bare hands. The oils on your hands will diminish the life of the bulb. It's a little caveat there. Anyway, it's going to ship with 60-watt halogen bulbs. They dim beautifully. They give beautiful light. You're going to have them anyway, so I recommend using them to begin with, and then you can kind of move into the LEDs once you get your feet wet in the LED world. It's a dimmable fixture on top of all that. So that takes care of lamping. Why don't we talk about glass? So you're going to have 4 different types of glass that you can get with this. Most people are going to opt for the clear glass. It's just a very simple neutral look, but there's some other cool glass too. There's clear with bubble, there is blue with bubble, and there's gold with bubble, and I'll have them on the screen for you guys to see. So after that, why don't we talk about metal finishes. So if you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, midway down on the left-hand side in those red tabs, you're going to see a Finishes Help Guide in those pictures. Click that for me. So the Finishes Help Guide, excuse me, on the top of that is going to be a video that's me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they look on different types of forging. This doesn't have a lot of heavy forging on it. That's like the bending of the metal. So it's going to be more in line. When you come down, you'll see a color chart with the pictures that have the B on them for boy as opposed to the ones that you see that have the A on them. So on the top of that Finishes Help Guide is a video screen with a video you should watch, and then scroll down, you'll see the color chart of all the 9 finishes you can get, and again you'll see those pictures with the A's and the B's on them, and this is going to be more in line with the B for boy as opposed to the ones with the A for apple, because there won't be a lot of modeling on that. All talked about in the video, so it's important to watch the video and use the chart at the same time, and you'll understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes work. When you are done with that, go back to the chart, click on any of those pictures, and you're going to see a big window pop up, and it'll show you like whatever a whole bunch of stuff what you just clicked on. So if you click on burnished steel, you'll see like 7 pictures of something in burnished steel, in video, and any of those things. So it's just a good way for you to kind of sample all of those finishes by pressing all those things and seeing what things are like in there. Okay, so after that, why don't we talk about our showroom? So I don't have the larger one on display. I actually have, I took this off in the exterior Erlenmeyer wall sconce. So we have a ton of Erlenmeyers running around here. We have the 4-light, we have lots of wall sconces, we have the mini pendant, the next size down from this. Our showroom has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have the biggest showroom in the world. On top of that, you can see what we have because there's a What's on Display page on our website back in those red tabs. So click on that and you can see a big page of all the goodies we have to show you up here. Our showroom also has a clearance center. That stuff is 75% off MSRP. You have to come here to use it, and we would love to see you. It's a great bargain. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. Some bigger items, things going out on pallets, generally can't come back. We'll always tell you about that ahead of time. In addition to that, we have a rush program. Rush takes you from Hubbardton Forge's 3 to 4 weeks in production down to as little as 2 weeks in production. It's very inexpensive. It's per line item. So if you have a lot of the same thing, like let's say you had 3 of these pendants and they were all identical, it's dirt cheap to get them out faster. So drop a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. We spell out the word Vermont and I can walk you through that. You can call us at 802-446-2400, and I'm here to talk to you as well. So, and that's showroom is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6, and I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So, any questions, or if I missed something, drop a quick call or email. I would love to talk to you guys. Thanks for stopping in today. Bye-bye.